everyone, welcome to Bio275 P6B. My name is Dr. Williams and I'm going to be your instructor for microbiology this semester. I'm so happy to have each of you in class, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick course tour video to help guide you through the course. You may notice I'm in student preview mode, but you may notice that this course might look a little different than some of your other courses at Gaston College. Some faculty have switched to using Blackboard Ultra, which is I am one of those faculty. All faculty will eventually switch in the next year or so, but some of us are doing it early. So you may have some courses that are in the regular Blackboard, what we call Blackboard 9 or base navigation. And then you have me who as Ultra. So your course may look different. No worries, no need to, no biggie, but I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and a tour on how to navigate this course. So what you see in front on your screen is what the course looks like when you enter the course. You will see there's no longer these left hand navigation buttons up and down the side. You see most of the stuff is here located at the top. So if you want to switch over, you can go to calendar or announcements or discussions, things like that. They're all found here. But if you're wanting to content in the course, just make sure you're on the content tab. And all the content will be found as you scroll down. So first, just so you know, this is what we call a Quality Matters certified course, and it's just designed. It is a audit of courses to test for quality standards, so that you know that this class meets those standards. So the next thing that you can navigate to really quick is Simple Syllabus. That is where our syllabus is found. So you can access by clicking that link. You will see other links here in just a few minutes as I work through them. Feel free to navigate through. In Simple Syllabus, you can click to different parts of the syllabus very quickly through these links right here. You also can print or download this syllabus, which I highly recommend that you do that and save it. As you can see, you see me checking these as I'm done. You saw that it had a half circle there for a minute that says I've opened it. When you pick the check mark, it just kind of helps you remind you that you've seen it. You don't have to click it, but it is a good thing if you want to know what's done or what's not done, because it'll mark your progress through the course. And you'll see that more here when we start going down into these guys. So the first thing you need to do in this course is to enter and complete the Start Here orientation. And so this, of course, we are in sort of a shortened semester. This is a 13-week semester instead of 16. So some of the dates do come a little faster than you would see in a 16-week course. But our census date, please have this completed by Sunday, September 15th. That means so you can maintain a seat in this course. It's really important that we do that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you all the different things that we need to do in the course orientation. So the course orientation will last from 9/9 to 9/15. So you have a week to get into the course. So you just go ahead and dive in. How to get started. You'll see the purpose and task of the orientation, some of the outcomes for this orientation module, and so on. Also, you'll see that I have the syllabus linked here, as well as the course learning out objectives, which you see the objectives here. In addition to being able to click on the syllabus on that main content page, you can click the link to the syllabus here, but you can also just see it embedded here if you just want to get to it very quickly. A link to our textbook is found here as well. So you can kind of see as you navigate, once you're finished with that, you can see the course schedule, so you can download that. It gives you the dates so you see what module it's located in, what the planned activities are, the due dates for each of those, and the location on where to find it. So that's there for you. I also have what's called a course map. Some instructors give you this and some may not, but this is just to show you how everything's connected. So what we learn in, say, the assessments we do in Module 1 and what learning outcomes that they're connected to. So it just kind of tells you why you're learning what you need to learn. But you don't have to look at this document, because you will also can see it throughout the course. I have them linked. Then, of course, you're looking at this course schedule and course map. Let me go back a couple of screens really quick. I want to show you not only do we have this overview, but at the bottom is the task for the orientation. There are 3 graded assignments that count for grade. They are due by September 15th. And remember, you will not be able to see anything in this class, obviously, except in this course tour video, until you complete task 4, the course entry quiz. You must have that completed. It is very, very important. Then the rest of the course will become available to you. If you do not complete the course entry quiz by the time, this is a state policy, not a Dr. Williams policy, but this is a state policy. If you do not complete it, you will lose your seat in the course and you cannot be readmitted to the course. So please do that. As soon as the course opens, I say just go in, take that 3 question course entry quiz. It's true, false, super easy, and then you're good and golden and have a seat in the course. So I just wanted to remind you that all 3 of these assignments can be taken as many times as you want to earn 100. All 3 do count as a grade, so it's a way to start off with 100 average in this class really, really easily. Also, you see to meet your instructor, that's me. You can see a little bit about me, but also some important information. My office hours are Monday through Thursday, 8 to 11, or online by appointment. My office is RCB 232. It is in the Dean's office suite in RCB. So feel free to come and see me if you need me. My preferred method of contact is Blackboard messages first, and I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. My second would be email. So the easiest way is through Blackboard messages because nothing will get caught in spam filter. I always tell students that if you email me and you don't hear from me, a lot of times those things get caught in spam and we don't even know you emailed us. And I never want a student to think I'm ignoring them. And what you'll learn from me very quickly is I answer and respond to emails real fast. So make sure you use Blackboard messages. If for some reason Blackboard is down and you can't log in, you can email me and I'm happy to respond. My response time to email and messages is within 24 business hours, excluding weekends and holidays. So I check my email and my messages many times during the day. So you will find with me that my response time typically is faster than 24 hours. I always say, students, if you don't hear from me after that first day, I did not get your message, email me again. It's totally fine. I want to make sure to answer your questions. I'm pretty quick, so you usually get a response from me very quickly. My weekend policies, I'm generally not available on weekends, but I will still periodically work and periodically check. I just want to let you know that so you see that my response time to emails may not be as fast as you would get them, say, Monday through Friday around noon. So, I just want to let you know that. Posting grades, I say I post within 1 week, but you'll also, just like with emails, find that I'm typically much faster than that. So I usually will grade as the grades come in, or I will grade if it's a really busy time. Instead of grading every day, I might grade every other day. So you will usually have a grade on something you've completed before the due date, if you do it before the due date, or way before the week passes. So just note that. If for some reason I can't meet these expectations because I'm traveling due to a conference or something like that, or I'm ill, I will always let you know, so you will be well informed. The next thing is to take the course entry quiz. That's the one you have to keep a seat in this class. It's 3 questions, so you can take that, and that will open up everything else for the rest of the course for you. The course tour video, as you can see, that you're listening to is found here. It's also will be in the announcements as well. You do have an introduction discussion to complete, also due by the census date. Just a quick note that we do use a variety of free labs, so make sure you have a computer that allows the use of Firefox, and that can link to these referenced external websites that I have in Blackboard. Chromebooks are sometimes an issue. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So please have a backup computer plan. You can always come to campus and do them. These all work on campus. If you are a CCP student or an early college student, try to use some of the computer labs on your on your campus, or someone else's computer at home or something like that if you have issues. But sometimes it works. So it's kind of weird sometimes whether it works or does not. I also have a little bit here about learner support. You can access campus resources, online success tips, technology, tutoring service forums, all that good stuff on that link there. But I also have some other information about communications, etiquette, accessibility, privacy, the devices, and all of these other things here. Task 9, again, this is an interactive course, so you really do have to be involved because of that, and because we're using a different platform than some instructors, meaning this new Blackboard Ultra. I have some extra videos here to really, if you're like, oh, I'm really not sure how to track my progress, that's making those little check marks, or I'm not sure how to navigate inside Ultra, it looks so different, I'm not sure how to submit assignment, those kinds of things. I have these videos for you to help you so that you can guide through, but I am also always happy to help. And then we have basically the next task, which is the course orientation quiz. It is 10 questions. You can take it as many times as you would like to earn a 100%, but then that will complete your activities for the whole orientation module. Once you finish that, then you can start moving on into the course material. So our course is divided up into 5 modules. Each module lasts about 2 weeks in length, and you also have a final exam week in which to get prepped for the final exam and a few days to take the final exam. So I'm just going to dive in to show you what each module looks like. So this is module 1, which will start on September 16th. But what you will see here is every module will have an overview to the module and the learning outcomes that you will encounter. And then, of course, you will have a screen of a to-do list, things that need to be done. It'll say Module 1 lasts from Monday, September 16th to Sunday, September 29th, and here are the due dates. There's typically 2 due dates within the semester. Module 1, week 1 is always due on a Sunday of week 1 of the module, and this one happens to be September 22nd. And then Module 1, week 2 of the module will be due September 29th. And each of these assignments here are what's due within those. These numbers here are how this activity connects to the module learning outcomes. So back here, you saw all these outcomes, 1.1 through 1.12. These things are linked here to say, okay, for example, when we do Lab 1, you are directly learning what relates to module learning outcomes 1.3 and 1.9. So you can see how it's connected. So that's what those numbers are at the end, just so you know, and how it's connected. And it also is on your course map. The next thing, you'll see your readings. Our textbook is a online OER, and it'll take you straight to the chapter to read. I also have recorded lectures for you and notes to download, so you are free to utilize those resources, and you will see that for every single chapter as I navigate through here. There's your reading, and then of course there's the lecture materials for you. After you navigate through that, you will see that you have an optional self-check. This does not count as a grade, so there's no due date. This is just to help see. You can take it to see, am I on track? Am I learning the material I'm supposed to? And you can go back and redo that. The next thing is I can't open it right now here because I have a lock on it for some reason. But what you'll see is your module discussions. You can go into those. Let me see if I can access it from here. Oh, it's going to lock it too. But you could get your module discussions. Again, you have 2 due dates, and you'll see that in the task to-do list. Your initial discussion post is due the first week of the first Sunday of the module, and it's 2 responses to fellow classmates are due the second Sunday of the module. So you'll see that as you go through different prompts each time. Twice during the semester, you have a global connection activity, and this one is creating a historical timeline, and so that activity is there. You'll see that you have 5 attempts, and so one thing I want to share about me is I do believe strongly that we learn from our mistakes. There are things that we don't know yet, but we can know them, and it just takes us a little time to get there. So certain assignments you can take multiple times. Things like labs, homeworks, this global connections activities, discussions, those kinds of things, you have up to 5 attempts to earn your highest grade. And so your score of the highest grade counts on those 5 attempts. So if you don't do so well on one of those activities and you're like, oh, I know I can do better, go back and study and then come back and use your attempt. I also allow attempts on quizzes, but you only get 2 attempts. So you can take your quiz once, and if you're like, oh man, I messed up on that one, I think I can do better, you can retake it. And of course, your highest grade counts. So quizzes, you get 2 chances on those. Labs, you get 5 as well, but you can kind of see you have your labs due here. The module 1 has 3 total labs, and then their due dates are associated with that and on the schedule. So most of these are virtual labs. This one's locked. I actually forgot to take the lock off that. But when you go into them, you'll see, I'm going to start the attempt. You'll see the purpose, the task, what you've got to do. And then here is the virtual lab. So you can either click on these links here and it will open you up to that lab. Now sound might start, so I apologize if it starts like screaming at you here in just a second, but you just wait for it to load and you can come in and complete that lab. You will then have a series of questions down below you see 20 of 20 questions remaining, and you answer those after you complete these labs. So make sure that you kind of go through each one of those virtual labs and answer those questions. And so all of them will look very similar to that. So that's how and then you have a homework. Again, you have 5 chances on that. So it's always laid out the same in each module: your summary and objectives, your task to-do list, your learning materials, your discussion. Sometimes you have a global connection activity, not in every module, just 2 of them. And then a homework, labs, quiz. And then you can move on to the next one. So you can see they're all laid out the same way. The difference here is you're going to start seeing, you still have labs. So like here, when you get to module 3, you are going to encounter, when we get to the labs, is a lab practical instead of labs. This can only be taken 2 times for the lab practical, and so you don't get 5 attempts. It's just like a quiz. So you have 2 attempts on it, and it covers all the previous labs you've done. So there are 2 of these throughout the semester. The first one's in module 3, the next one's in module 5. So that's the difference in the lab areas that you might see in some of these places. Obviously you go through all the way through. One difference in module 5 is it's technically going to last 3 weeks in length, but it's still only 2 weeks of work. The reason it's lasting 3 weeks is you still have your week 1 due date. You still have, I forgot to change the dates on that. You still have your week 1 due date. I will change those by the time you look at it. But you will have a 3rd week, but there's no assignments due that week because that's Thanksgiving break. So even though it's 3 weeks, there's only 2 weeks worth of work. So just letting you know that. Then we can go ahead and dive on in to the final exam. The final exam will open on Friday, December 6th at 4:01 p.m. And then no late finals can be accepted, but it is due Tuesday, December 10th by 11:59 p.m. So I just wanted to let you know all of that. And that's pretty much the structure of the course. Now, if you want to navigate to other areas, you can see the calendar is here. The calendar is kind of helpful in the sense that it can give you when due dates are. This class doesn't start until September. So you see, you start seeing things posted that are due there. The announcements will appear here. There actually are announcements, but since the class hasn't started, it won't show you them popping up until the day the class opens. But any kind of communication I have with you, I'm going to send that through. You'll also get some through Visa Watermark as well. The discussion boards, you can find those in the modules, but you can also directly come to them here in this discussion tab. You can also access your grade book. You'll see that the grade book's laid out nicely. This is your current grade once grades are entered. And then you have each assignment throughout the semester all the way down with the dates associated with them. And some things are great. If it's graded with a rubric, you'll see this little dot. You can grab the rubric and see what is there. But that's pretty much the layout of the course. Again, you remember I told you at the beginning, I'd like you to email me or message me through Blackboard Message. That's this area right here. So this is the area to contact me. And that's pretty much all the areas of our course. Most of it's very straightforward. You can see where it is very easily. But of course, if you have questions or concerns, please reach out and let me know, because I'm here to help and I'm happy to help. So I'm looking forward. I think we're going to have a great semester. I'm looking forward to an awesome one, and see you soon in class. Have a great day.